Have you ever wanted to change your life but didn't know where to start? Have you ever felt like big goals were too far away, too impossible to reach? This is the story of a man who discovered that small actions, done every day, create miracles you cannot imagine. And when he finally understood this secret, his entire world transformed. Once upon a time in a quiet town lived a man named James. James was stuck. He wanted to be fit, but he was overweight. He wanted to be successful, but his business was failing. He wanted to be happy, but he felt lost. Every night, James made big plans. Tomorrow I'll exercise for 2 hours. Tomorrow I'll work 10 hours on my business. Tomorrow everything changes. But tomorrow never came. The goals were too big. The mountain was too high. The people around him always said, "James talks big but does nothing." But no one knew that James was tired of failing inside. One morning, James met an old teacher in the park. The teacher saw James sitting alone, looking defeated. He asked gently, "Young man, why do you look so tired?" James sighed. "I want to change my life, but I keep failing. The goals are too big. I can't do it." The teacher smiled and said, "Tell me, if you improve by just 1% every day, what happens in 1 year?" James thought about it. 1%? That's nothing. That's too small. The teacher's eyes sparkled. 1% seems small. But let me show you something magical. He drew in the dirt with a stick. If you improve 1% every day for 1 year, you become 37 times better. Not 365% better. 37 times better. James stared. "That's impossible." "No," the teacher said. "That's compound interest. That's the power of small actions repeated." The next morning, James started differently. He didn't try to exercise for 2 hours. He did 5 push-ups. Just 5. This is too easy, he thought. But he did it anyway. He didn't work 10 hours. He worked for 15 focused minutes. That's all. The actions felt so small they felt useless. But the teacher's words stayed in his mind. 1% every day. Days turned into weeks. 5 push-ups became 10. Then 20. Then 30. 15 minutes of work became 30. Then an hour of deep focus. Small actions stacked on small actions. At first, nothing seemed to change. James looked the same. His business looked the same. But inside, something was building. Like seeds growing under the ground. People didn't notice at first. But James kept going. Every single day. 3 months passed. James had done push-ups for 90 days straight. He had worked focused hours for 90 days straight. Suddenly, people started noticing. "James, you look different. You look stronger." His business started growing. Small wins turned into bigger wins. 6 months passed. James was unrecognizable. His body was fit. His business was thriving. His confidence was real. One day his friend asked, "What happened to you? How did you change so fast?" James smiled and said, "I didn't change fast. I changed slowly. 1% every single day." 1 year later, James stood in the same park where he met the teacher. His life was completely different. Not because of one big moment, but because of 365 small moments. He whispered to himself, "The teacher was right. Small actions repeated create miracles." As the sun set, James thought about his journey. He closed his eyes and understood, success isn't one big jump. It's 1,000 tiny steps. Remember, you don't need to change everything today. You just need to improve 1%. Do one small thing. Take one tiny step. The compound effect doesn't happen in a day. It happens over days, weeks, months. But when it happens, it's unstoppable. Start small. Stay consistent. Trust the process. Because small daily disciplines don't just change your habits. They change your entire life. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to start small, and subscribe to Change Your Story Media, where every story helps you unlock your potential and transform your life.